Okay, I'm in for the night. So let's talk more about magnetism, seduction, um, just all the things, okay? Firstly, and even like a little bit of the fear of being seen, okay? So the summertime is coming up, spring, summer is coming up, right? Get in water and admire yourself. And that probably sounds kind of like, Jules, what the hell? Get in water and admire yourself, okay? That will help with your magnetism. Be comfortable admiring yourself. Once you're comfortable admiring yourself, you'll be comfortable with eyes being on you. Okay, because those eyes are gonna come. And can you handle it? A lot of people can't handle it, okay? So for example, I love the water. I expressed that to you guys recently. I like getting in the ocean, or like, okay, so recently I was taken on a date because I love the water. And it's like to like this indoor kind of like grotto, kind of cave bar thing. And you're inside this beautiful cave, and then there's a bar, and you're dressed in your sexy swimsuits and all the things. So anyway, I was in the water, hair down, I get excited, just enjoying myself, and my hands are in the water. I'm bringing up my hands, and I'm looking at how my skin looks, how it shimmers against the lighting. I'm admiring my hands in the water, what they look like. I'm like, back like this, and the cement seating underneath the water, kind of kicking my legs up, mermaid style, really enjoying what I look like in the water, enjoying myself. And as I'm looking at myself, I kind of look up, and I'm watching other people watch me. I'm watching other human beings, men and women, enjoy me enjoying myself. Okay? Personally, in my experience, and then just from like giving this information to other people, this helps the fear of being seen. You allowing yourself to be seen will help your fear of being seen. And, excuse me, I don't know what that is. And most importantly, you seeing yourself, allowing your presence to be felt in this world is important. This may offend somebody, what I'm about to say. No, I'm not going to say that because some of y'all are really sensitive. Anywho, allowing your presence to be felt is important, especially dwelling in this world where people are not really liking themselves. They're changing a lot of things about themselves. Physically, everyone is looking the same, and I'm not going to go too much into that, but you're being told how to look. You're being told that the way that you look is not right, if that makes sense. So in a world of that, like in the world of people projecting that it is not okay to look like you, that you gotta change, you gotta do this, you gotta have work done, you gotta look the same. Let me specify, because I'm not saying that if you get work done, you look like everybody else, okay? Because I don't know. What I'm saying is that a lot of people tend to see a trend on a body trend of a modification or an enhancement, and they just run with it. It's not even for self. It's like you're being shown a projection. This is what beauty is, and they run with it. Ain't nothing sovereign about that, but I digress. Back to what we were saying, okay? Enjoy you. Enjoy what you look like in public. Self-adoration is sexy. It's not conceited. When I was growing up, people used to tell me that, it was conceited of me to admire myself, But again, I grew up in a family of beautiful women who all admire themselves. We love the water. We have lots of Caribbean stuff going on in our family. And I remember like when we would go home to visit in the Caribbeans, and we would go to Turks and Caicos, so we would go or we would go to Cuba, or we would, to see our people. And I would, spend time going on a tent. I would spend time with like my granny, and she'd be in the water admiring herself, and she would always tell me, like, she'd bring up Yemaya or Oshun, and she would always say, she'd always say to me, like, you see how they hold the mirrors, this is goddess energy, this is admiration for the self. Like, you want to show yourself, if that makes sense. You want to be proud of who you are. This is what you look like. This is how you incarnate it. Beauty is a gift. Went on a tangent, but beauty is absolutely a gift. Everyone does not have beauty. Everyone does not have beauty. Beauty is a gift. Anyway, admire yourself. I brought up the goddesses because of the mirror. A lot of them always have a mirror in their hand. At least the pictures and things that I grew up looking at. To show you that it's okay to admire yourself in this physical world. There are mirrors for a reason. Mirrors were created for a reason, to hold up your reflection, to show you your vibration. Beauty is a high frequency. It is so high. So you should admire yourself. I'm going on a tangent again. When you get in that water, admire yourself in the water, okay? When I went on the date the other night and I was in the water looking at myself, watching my hands, again, sitting back and frolicking in the water, pulling my toes up out of the water to look at them and admiring the color of my skin. Admire yourself, okay? Summertime, spring, it's coming up. Admire yourself. Go to the water and practice being seen. Sunbathe. Be out in public and allow people to look at you. Allow them to stare. This is the thing. When people be like, oh, I don't know why she's staring at me. I never understood that. Like, to me, when people say, why is she always looking, da-da-da, you've never been admired before, or you're uncomfortable being admired. People stare because you're beautiful, you're unique, you've got things going on. Maybe your hair is different. And especially in this day and age, people are admiring you for being authentic. They're watching you be yourself. Whew, this hurts my feelings. If you walk out of the house and you have a natural face, that is very rare right now. It's very rare right now. You have a natural body. That's not that rare. Like, on social media, it's rare to have a natural body on social media, but in real life, it's not that rare, okay? Anywho, going on a tangent. When you look like you and enjoy looking like you, putting yourself together, enhancing what you already got going on, and going out, people admire that. So when they're looking, don't be so quick to be like, what are they looking at? Da-da-da-da. If I'm being honest, it kind of shows you've got some issues that you need to work on the inside. Okay, if you're constantly, what are they looking at? You're not comfortable being seen. This is all over the place. You're not comfortable being seen. And that's an issue for you. Not for me, but that's an issue for you. I used to be that. I used to be uncomfortable being seen. And I realized that it was because I was uncomfortable seeing myself. Like, I thought that I wasn't pretty. I was told by society, by the television, what beauty was. And I felt that if I didn't look like that, then I didn't deserve to be seen, if that makes sense. Maybe it's not making sense. I don't know. This is kind of long. I love you. Admire yourself. Get in the water and look at yourself. Allow yourself to be seen in public. This is important. Allow yourself to be seen. You're here to be seen. Some of you are supposed to be seen and be looked at and adored. Allow yourself, okay? You're a muse for somebody, okay? All right, love you, bye.